Welcome to Table Scraps.
Welcome to Table Scraps.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, Ben.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah, you ready to do another Table Scraps?
I'll see what falls off the table.
Yeah. Well, I've got a scrap.
You got a scrap?
I've got a scrap to talk about. I was thinking about something.
Not a beef, but a scrap.
It's not a beef. It's definitely not a beef. It's just something I was curious about. I don't know where it came from. By the way, I just want to point out to those people who are watching. First of all, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. It's like that's the protocol for YouTube. Mm-hmm. But second of all, the way this is arranged with the microphones and this table is that, like, if we want to drink something, we have to either go like under the microphone and bring it around. It's a very delicate thing.
It's slickness.
The next step will be to get a little side table here, so that way coffee can come in and out easily.
A circular side table.
Yeah, maybe, as opposed to like a weird, thing here, a little Cirque du Soleil to get the coffee. But I have a pressing game question.
Scraps.
Game night question. Yes, sure. Okay. My question is, on game nights, when you want to get your way, when you want to play the game that you want to play, what cards can you play? And and I'm not talking about playing cards, but like, what's the best card? What's the worst card? Or should we rank the cards? I want to talk about the cards people play.
Do you have problems with this, Ben? Games that you want to play and you want to see what the optimal card strategy is?
I want to know what card I can use. People pull a lot of cards to say, guys, I want to play this game because of X, Y, and Z. And I kind of want to talk about the cards people play and which ones we think are like that's a good card, or like you always have to obey that card, or like I want to talk about how frequently you can play those cards,
or maybe if some cards are OP.
And which cards like also drive you nuts?
Sure, I hear you.
Okay, what's your favorite card to play?
Well, I'm a person who is very forthright.
Yes.
So I prefer people to go, hey, I want to play this.
Okay. So you're playing the forthright card.
That's right. Like the forthright card is like what I tend to go, I want to play this.
Right.
And so the difficulty with forthright is a finesse play. It's more finesse than you think, because you have to say it in a way that people go, okay, sure.
Yeah.
There are ways to use this card. You can boost it. We're going to get real crazy. You can boost it with social capital.
Oh, yes. That's a callback to another episode that we did.
But if you don't boost it, you want to, with social capital, you just go, oh, I want to play this game. I think it would be great for the group. That's my favorite card.
You're doing so it's the altruistic card of, I'm playing the card of like, guys, I think we should play this because I think it's going to be great for the group.
I think you can't go into it without the subtext of going like, I want to play this game.
Right. But you're kind of guilting everyone. You're basically saying like, guys, if you don't choose, I mean, every card is going to be a guilt play no matter what.
Sure.
But you're also kind of saying, guys, if you choose not to play this game, you're basically not in favor of our group having more cohesion.
Well, I would say that like that is an interpretation.
Okay.
It need not be the only interpretation. Like I go, hey, game, Ben, you know what? I want to play the cost today. I think it'd be a really good time to play the cost right now.
Yeah.
And I think that helps with people who are in the undecided to like maybe not into the cost right now, but can be persuadable. They have to be in the persuadable camp.
Yeah.
So what I found is, and I'll stop after this. Like, I feel that like most people don't know what they want to play.
Right.
So what you want to go into is like create a consensus with the persuadable people, much like Krobakai, early and often, and then the people who have other games they want to play but didn't have the strike first, strike fast mentality are now fighting uphill.
Right. I think this is all nice and well and good. I think you're giving a good, a nice discussion about like how you should approach persuading people to play a game. I'm not talking about how do you persuade people. I'm saying you're not even persuading. You were saying we're playing this game, and I'm telling you I'm playing this card right now. This is why we're playing my game tonight.
So the discussion is basically you're going to get your game played. What's the best way?
Yeah. Okay. So here's a card. Here's a very standard card, which is, guys, I've been trying to get this game played for 6 weeks in a row.
How's that worked out for you, Ben?
Well, no, but we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
One card is the guilt of like like my turn card. Like, hey, we played your games 5 weeks in a row. I want to play my game tonight. So how do you feel about the my turn card? Do you think is that a strong card? Is that a good card? Is that an effective card?
I think that card is not as effective in our group as you'd like to think, and not you specifically. One would like to think.
Yeah,
I think it's not effective because we have the idea of collaboration and collaborative choice.
Yes, and by the way, I have to say that in our group, I feel like my games I get mine to the table actually pretty frequently now. So I think I've relinquished that card annoyingly. I love that card.
What do you do when you kill the card in set collection?
It's like you
deck building.
You
purge
it or something. I'm like actually really bummed. Like God, I love being the simpering one to be like, guys,
the
we haven't played my now I can't snivel. I get to play my games.
Yeah, no. So I think that card is not as effective in a group that has a collaborative, like we just want to play a game. We want to play a game that everyone wants to play.
I know, but I think actually it is like the whole point is like, guys, we've had these collaborative discussions and it's been 6 weeks and I never get to have my gameplay. I think it's like we've had our diplomatic moments and we've all discussed, but like, guys, I want to play my game now. This is my game now.
See,
I'm pulling I'm overlooked card. I'm overlooked my turn card. It's Rose's turn card.
Okay, I don't think that has historically worked out for you.
So you don't think that's a good card to play? It's not about me. I'm just saying in general. Is that a good card to play?
I think that card requires like a certain level of social capital. Like for example, let's say Dimitri tries that card all the time. Oh, yes. I haven't played Tichu.
Yeah,
and we haven't played Tichu in years.
Why do you think so you think that if Dimitri had more social capital, he could pull that card? So he's like he can't play that card until he fills up his tank.
Fills
up his tank. Well, what does he have to do to fill up the tank so that way he can play the card?
I think what he has to do is basically play games in such a way that people go like, oh man, that was so fun playing with Dimitri. As
God, it's so unfun playing with Dimitri.
There's a difference between like, oh, we had a great time playing versus we had a great time playing because of X.
I would say this, and this is not a referendum on Dimitri, but sure, let's make it a referendum. I'm just kidding. No, and for those who are watching, Dimitri is in our game group.
Yeah.
I think in general, whether it's Dimitri or not, if you find yourself trying to play why can't we play any of my games? I would say the remedy for that is when you play games with other people, you play with high enthusiasm and you play like you want to be an active, not just like I'm filling a role at the table, I'm a player, but like I want to be part of this experience and I'm going to contribute in a big way socially, and I'm going to be, and this is not necessarily Dimitri, I'm just saying anyone, if you are proving like I want, like you selected this game and I know you want to play this game, so therefore I'm going to try to make this as fun of an experience as possible. I'm going to be all in, buy in with this game. So therefore it's like, wow, that was such a fun game and they really were so fun. Like I feel like they should, what game do you want to play now?
Or it could be some version, or go like, oh, that was really fun playing with X person. Oh, look, we can play that game because they're going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's like the fun is the guarantee, the reassurance that like I'm not going to waste the next 2 hours.
Yeah. So if you're going to do pull the my turn card, that means it probably is fair for any card, but I think the my turn card, you have to be like a person at the table who is like really all in and fun, and you're not like annoying, and you're proving that like you deserve a turn.
Well, no, I think that like you can use it anytime, and it can work depending on where people are at.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like it works without penalty if you are if you rank at least moderate on the fun meter.
Yeah. I think that's what you gotta do. How often can you pull the my turn card?
I don't think you can pull it as often.
Yeah.
Because the moment that you pull it up 2 in a row, like not 2 in a row, but 2 in recent memory, people are going like, oh, that person's selfish. And that drops fun.
Yeah.
So like
You have to use it like, I think safely the my turn is like maybe once every 6 sessions.
Yeah,
I think 6 sessions. You could even do 4 sessions. It also depends on the game group size. If you're a group of 4, then there could be a reasonable expectation that now you've gone around the horn, everyone's gotten to play something. But definitely by 6, by 4 is when like you should expect to be able to maybe get to choose a game. And then like I think though by 6 sessions you now have a grievance enough that you can say, okay, I was due 1 2 ago and I was cool about it, but now I'm playing my card. It's my turn. Okay, so that's the my turn card. What?
I think a turn that a card that I don't use very often, but I think has a lot of power is like, I've had a really bad day.
The bad day card.
Like what's up, man? Oh, my cat died.
Well, I mean, first of all, you've nested in a second card in there, which is the death card.
But it's a subcategory of bad day.
Yeah.
And I think the bad day card, by the way, this works with life, guys.
Yeah. By the way, bad day card is really...
In fact, all these cards work with life. It doesn't have
Most
to
of them do. Most of them do. I mean, I don't think that the my turn card is not... That my turn card could work for like if you're in choosing restaurants.
Use according to the appropriate context.
Yes.
But right now, bad day card, like almost... If you're in good standing with the group, you don't even have to be high fun. If you're in good standing with the group, it almost always works.
Yeah. Bad day card is actually really strong in its simplicity.
But here, and the reason why it works, I believe, is because in the end, to go against the my bad day card means like the person has to say, I don't care about your bad day.
Yeah. But be careful how you use that bad day card. Because if you say, guys, I had a bad day, today. Like, I bought this brand new carpet and then I stained it. I dropped some coffee on it and I'm just so upset because I was looking around for that carpet forever and I finally got it and I stained it. And people will be like, okay, well, they're pulling the bad day card, so we'll let them play a game. But like as bad days go, this is not that bad of a day. It's an annoyance.
You're abusing the bad day.
Use it, which means you might not get a good.
That's right.
The bad day thing. You may actually you are spending social capital on that one. Be careful with your bad days.
It's a bad day, guys.
If you got fired, free reign.
That's right.
Free reign, right?
They didn't have the Bentley I wanted, so I had to go for the for the coupe instead of, I don't even know if Bentley comes in coupes, but
if you got into a car accident, like bad day, like that works.
I think that is
you have to use it in good faith. That's what it is. You have to use a bad day card in good faith.
I like that. I don't know if it works with strangers. Like, let's say you go to a meetup. Man, I had a bad day. I want to play, exploding cats. Kittens. Like, I don't think that works. I don't think you get to call it because like bad day requires that you have a pre-existing relationship.
I don't know. I think that like there's certain bad days that like I think a stranger would appreciate. I think what I do think though is that if you're the sort of person that goes up to strangers, sits down with them and say, I've had a bad day, like you should maybe look at yourself and like, why are you saying this to strangers?
Right. Just to get your game played.
That's really, like what I read in a magazine once that may have been the same magazine where I learned about monologuing. But if someone asks you, how are you doing? No matter how fatigued you are, never, ever, ever say tired. Just because then no one knows what to do with that. It's like, oh, okay, well, I hope you wake up or whatever. Or, so no one knows how to answer that. People want you to say, how you doing? Oh, I'm great. And then me could say, hey, I'm doing great. I mean, I'm exhausted from last night, but like, you know what, whatever. And then you can have the conversation. But if you just say tired, then it's like, okay. And that's kind of the same vibe. Like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Oh, yeah, so cool. We got to this meetup. Like, so what should we play?
Eeyore.
I've had a bad day.
Eeyore.
Yeah. I've had a bad day. But you can actually frame it. You can say, honestly, I know we just met. I had a really shitty day. And it would make
spill some coffee on my new carpet.
It would make me really happy if we could play this game. Would you guys please indulge me?
That's right. Menifer.
Yeah. I think if you've got a weak case for the bad day, I think you have to kind of like acknowledge and say, I'm playing this card and I acknowledge it's over something petty, but I actually just really, really need this right now. It
requires the generosity of people. Your you're banking on that.
Yeah. Well, you know what's the card that spends no social capital.
Whoa.
And is
Cheap.
totally undeniable.
Cheap OOP.
But can only be used once a year. It's the birthday
Arbor
card.
Day? I mean, I'm seeing birthday card.
Birthday card.
Sure. Yeah.
Birthday card's great. Birthday card because you can use it without any strings attached, but you only get it once a year.
I in my board game group, our board game group.
Yes.
Many times it's been my birthday and just denied.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the last thing you were denied on for your birthday card?
I don't remember, but like probably Indonesia.
Oh, that this past year you were denied on that?
I don't think. I think historically it's become a joke to not.
I would honestly, if you pulled the Indonesia birthday card on me, I would play Indonesia
sure.
with
But
you.
you're a decent person.
Well, I think the birthday card has to be honored at all times.
Like it's like a good Carvel coupon.
Yeah. No, the birthday card is the most sacred card of all. You only get to use it once per year. So you have to honor people on their birthday card. But what would be tricky is, what if two people have the same birthday? Then what do you do?
Then this world explodes.
Then you have to have, I think if in that case, the world explodes. I think if two people have the same birthday, then there have to be kind of like 2 sessions or a longer game night. And like that birthday card, like it still gets to be used. Like it's like, I still haven't used my birthday card yet.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ben. Obviously, it's like war. There's a war. Then you put some stake and then you flip the next card. Oh, I have a bad day. Like I didn't get to play my game last time. And then you just keep on going through your various cards.
Well, now here's a question. Okay, here's a question.
Yeah.
How long does the birthday card last for? If you can't play on your birthday, how long before the birthday card expires? Is it like Starbucks where you have like 4 days, or is it one of those things where it's within that month? It's like, if you were traveling for 2 weeks, let's say it was your birthday, and you traveled for 2 weeks. Oh, here.
You got it.
Okay, it's your 50th birthday.
50th birthday.
Or a milestone birthday.
Travel back in time.
You made something for me to look forward to.
Yep.
In 15 years.
That's right.
You go to Italy and you have this amazing 2.5 week vacation in Italy to celebrate turning 50. And there's photos everywhere and you're posting on Instagram and everyone knows and you're having the best time of your life. You come back 2.5 weeks later and game night happens and you say, guys, I want to pull the birthday card. I'd love to have, I want to play Indonesia. Is that birthday card still valid? It's because it's been both 2.5 weeks and you've had a very showy demonstration of how much fun, like you've had a lot of fun, wonderful experiences. Is it like a little too greedy to, after going to Italy and climbing to the top of Capri and plucking lemons and going to make your own pasta class?
You're painting an image.
I'm painting an image. Mystery. And then you come back while everyone's been stuck in the cold and miserable and sad. And then you say, guys, I want to use my birthday card. Do people say, fuck you? Or they say, sure.
Like, are you greasing it with social capital or are you just going to be a jerk about it?
Let's just take social capital out of it for right now. Okay, just go with your gut. If someone says that to you, your gut says...
for me, I would say, sure, why not?
I think I would too.
but that being said...
I would capitulate.
That being said, I think a lot of people would resent it.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would...
but to answer your
if it was within the same week, I think it'd be okay. But now it's been 2.5 weeks later, and I would feel like, oh, you're really trying to extend this moment. It's like people who say it's my birthday month.
Yeah, like I think a week is actually the time frame.
However,
not even a week. It's like it's your birthday and then the next session that you're at. That's where you get it.
But if you plan a birthday gaming session, and you're like, and you message out to everyone, hey everyone, I'm going away for 2.5 weeks, but like when I get back, I want to have a birthday gaming session on such and such date. I think you've
carved out.
You've actually resuscitated.
Yep.
You basically put like a life preserver on your birthday card. I think that's how you do it.
Okay, great.
But I think if people assume that your birthday window is over and then you decide to be like, hey, I'm pulling my birthday card, that's not going to work out.
Yeah, no. I think right.
Mm-hmm. Which actually brings up another card.
Oh.
The other card is, hey guys, I'm going out of town for 2.5 weeks.
Oh, people use that. In fact, that
gets used a lot.
Gets used a lot.
I have never been able to use it successfully. I'm not going to lie.
Well, you're not very skilled with this card.
I'm bad with. So there's two ends of this card. We'll discuss them one at a time. Okay. There's the I'm going out of town for 3 weeks card, and then there's the I just got back and I haven't played games for 3 weeks card. So, and I'm bad at both of those. I have failed. I've tried to use the I've not played for 3 weeks, and I've been rebuffed multiple times. People just like shrug. So my question is this: am I using the card wrong, or is it just not a strong card? Let's start with the I'm about to go out of town for 3 weeks card.
I'm about to go out of town for 3 weeks. We play a card. I think at the table, I'm not one to criticize gameplay, but since we're here, with our group,
cards, listen, we're laying out all the cards
on the table
on the table.
Scraps. I think ultimately you have a hesitant play style. I think you.
Oh, in terms of like playing cards,
yeah,
like these cards.
Yes, like I think you want consensus first.
Because I hate playing I hate playing a card. I feel like it's so.
But this is
rude.
a deck builder, Ben. This is
not rude. It's not rude. It's just I feel like it should be a last resort.
And I think that I think that what happens is like when this comes about, like the conversation or the focus has already moved away from like the grace period of like what people are asking. That's why the straightforward card, the frontal attack, assault is always my preference because it gets in front of the conversation. It starts a primacy. It's like the moment you set a, like let's say I'm selling a game and you ask me how much is it worth, and what do you want to sell it for? Well, I go $15 million. It starts, but then we get down to it and you go like, oh, you know what, Ben, I really like you.
Yeah,
$200.
200.
Like, as ridiculous as that sounds, you're like going, well, I mean, like if it was 50, like I'm getting a great deal.
Wait, so tell me how this relates to me playing my card. I'm like, this is interesting. Wait,
what happens is like someone has already set up, like I want to play Tribune or El Grande or something that is not your favorite. And we're already in there. And then all of a sudden you go like, oh.
Wait, they've already set it up on the table?
No. Oh. It's in the ether. It's in the discussion.
Oh, okay. And by the way, a side question. If you come to game night and someone's already set up a game on the table, is that considered a card or just a manipulation?
I think that,
given that cards are manipulations.
I think that it is presumptuous if you have a collaborative game night to set up a game that hasn't been discussed.
Yes.
The moment that someone is already, we're going to play Andromeda's Edge. If it's in there, it's already set up. I'm more willing to play that. Now, I will say that like on occasion, what I've seen is like we walk in a game set. We don't have to play this. and I think that has, that's a thumb on the scale, but not.
Okay, so getting back to the proper cards.
I think the conversation has already moved past your point to use the card. I think you use it too late.
See, yeah, I guess so. Because, I think so how would you use is that you walk through the door and say, everyone, I'd like to make an announcement. I'm going out of town for 2.5 weeks. I'd like to play this game. Or is it one of those things where you say, hey, this is a game I'd like to play, and then someone else says, or we could play this game, or we could play this game, or we could play this game, and then it comes back to you and you say, everyone, I just want to say, I'm going out of town for 2.5 weeks. I'm not going to be able to game. I would love to play this game now.
That is not the way to play the game.
See, that's how I do it. So
I know.
So tell me, show me the way to play that card. I don't know how to play it.
Like, we sit down and go, hey, oh my God, what you been up to, Ben? Blah, blah, blah. How's dinner? Blah, blah. I go like, so what are we going to play? Hey, I'm going to be gone for 3.5 weeks. And I think I really want to play this game. I think this is going to be great for us. But like, I think I'm going to be gone for 3.5 weeks. So that discussion, you set up the primacy of like, oh, Ben is going to be gone, and this is our last chance to play with him for a while.
Yes.
But because the primacy starts the other way, what kind you want to play? You started in an arena of like, oh, we're all discussing games, and then when you play your card, it seems like
I'm putting my finger on the scale much the same way.
It feels like a dirty trick.
Yeah. Well, most of the cards are dirty tricks. Let's be honest.
I don't know. Not if you're straightforward about it. Like it's only it's only if you add this weird like if you're like this is like the way that you're describing is like this is how introverts see. How
I think the cards are almost all dirty tricks.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think there's like a difference between playing a card versus making a request or like sharing, hey, this is how like sort of saying this is what I'm in the mood for. Like just because you say you're in the mood for something, or just because you say, ugh, I've had like a tough day. Can we just like play like something light or whatever? That's not necessarily the same. A card is kind of like there's back and forth, and you want to pull the trigger on something that's going to move the needle towards you. I think, and so I think they're kind of all. Like, not malicious, but they are kind of all dirty tricks.
Well, so here's the thing. The question is, did you really have a bad day? Are you really going to be gone for 3 weeks? Because if the answer is all is, you're just asking your friends for what you need. That's not a dirty trick. That's having healthy boundaries.
Yes, exactly. But I'm saying that like if you say, well, that's the thing. I think that if you enter and you say, oh, everyone, I'm about to go out of town for 2.5 weeks. So do you guys mind if I put in a special request to do the game? Yeah, I guess that is a card still more than an ask. I don't know. The line between an ask and a card, like I think when we talk about people playing cards in life, there's an element of like, I'm not getting my way. So I'm going to pull out this trick, a special card that's going to say, aha, I'm stopping all the conversation because I'm pulling out this card and now we have to do it my way.
Oh, see, this and I like that. I like you brought that up. Because I feel like I see you do that all the time, Whereas I go like, oh, everyone there is no one above being managed.
Yes,
people need to be managed. I want this thing. I'm going to manage the situation. So I get to play. You know what, guys? I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. I would very much like to play one of the games we're going to play now. Let's play Gaia because I would really love it if people want to play Gaia. Have I manipulated the situation?
No,
of course I have.
Well, yes, you have, but not manipulative. You've not manipulated it in a nefarious way.
That's
You've
right.
just done a standard.
I've been very straightforward. I've expressed my needs, and if people are maneuvered into doing what I ask, it's because I'm an amazing person. I've always been an amazing person, and it's because I was honest.
So then, what are the cards that I am guilty of playing a lot? Do you think?
Like, I think the one you go to a lot is like, I just bought this game. I haven't got to play.
I was gonna say that card. I actually was gonna ask this game just arrived today card. So like, even though there's been a lot of discussion about like, oh, we're gonna play this game, it's like, but this game just arrived today card, and then you're like, oh, like,
I think that is an overrated card.
That is I guess I do use it.
Like I think a lot of people, especially those who buy games, which we appreciate.
Yes,
like very much so. Like I think what happens is like, you're like, oh, this just arrived. You're like, but we've already had a discussion about where this is. If you are forthright about it in the beginning, goes, hey guys, this just arrived. I really want to play this because there are people who use that card to great effect.
Yes.
And you are not one of them.
No, I don't think I'm very good at playing cards.
No,
I really don't. I really don't. I think I play them. I don't think I'm effective with them, and I probably annoy people. Like, there goes Ben trying to play a card again. Like, I am really bad at playing the cards. I'll tell you the card that I really, for some reason, I can't do, and I would think that I could do it, but I have not been able to successfully do the. I've not been able to play a game for 3.5 weeks. Like, hey, I'd like to play this game. Where I feel like I'm actually very upfront.
Yeah,
like, hey, it's been 3.5 weeks. I haven't played this game. I'd love to play this game. And people will be like, nope, sorry, we're gonna do this game instead. And that's happened multiple times to me. And I don't know. I feel like I'm following all the rules for good card play.
No. I agree with that. Like that is an unfortunate thing.
Sometimes the cards just don't work.
Yeah, they don't. There's no card. That the birthday card doesn't work. Like the only card that works 100% like I have a gun.
That's a very effective card.
Like, I've not seen it fail.
It will use up a lot of social capital though.
That's right. We're gonna have a good time.
Okay, the going out of town card or the coming back from out of town card. How frequently can you use that one? Because it's like, if you go out of town for 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks, and then you come back for a month, and then you go out of town again for 3 weeks, can you use it again that quickly?
Well, see, here's the trick. Like, there is actually, I believe, a 2-week, it's like there are humps. Mm-hmm. So like at 2 weeks, that's where it's maximal. I haven't seen you for 2 weeks. Let's play what you want to play.
Yeah.
But if you're gone for too long, you have to wait till like around 3 months before it comes back, because after like a month, like you're like, oh, you were gone. And like, you don't actually get to play. That's like, it's only when people start missing you that you get like.
Yeah. But I'm talking about also when you're saying you're about to go out of town. Like you can't, how often can you pull I'm about to go out of town for 3 weeks?
Once a quarter.
Because I'm someone who goes out of town a lot.
Once a quarter.
Okay, once a quarter. Oh yeah, because I go out of town a lot, and I've been tempted to use that card, but I also feel like it's tricky. That one's a tricky card. I think that's not a strong card to play. I think the stronger card is I haven't played games, because the first one is you're playing a card on spec. You're playing on a card on spec that you won't be able to play games, but like you may go out of town but still play games. Or sometimes people will be like, I'm going to be out of town for 6 months, and then it turns out, well, give or take a few weeks here or there, and then you're like, wait a second, you abused your card ships, whatever. So I feel like, however, if someone's been out of town for 3 weeks and they're like, I haven't played a game in 3 weeks, I need to play a game tonight, could we play this? I feel like that's a much stronger card that I am more likely to honor.
I would say, like, I'm not to say that's incorrect. Like, it's a counterpoint would be after the post trip one has more stakes to it, because like when you go in the early one, hey, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I play. It's minimal stakes for everyone.
Yeah.
If someone says no to you, then they go like, well, okay, fine. I guess the answer is no. Then you haven't lost anything.
Right.
You've only lost potential stuff. But now coming back, you're gonna lose. The stakes are higher.
Yeah.
And I think that like on your part and on their part, because now if they say no, they're going to theoretically be more jerkish.
Yeah.
And people will choose to be more jerkish rather than be manipulated at times.
Yeah. Yeah. And, it's like we have a lot of people in our group that are constantly traveling. So that's why I bring this up, because the travel card does get pulled. And I'm a big proponent of pulling that card. And I'm not very good at it.
Like Tom's going to be gone for like a month. Like, he's gone, to his like Vietnam, Japan, Hong Kong thing. And he's going to, if he comes back in a month's time and goes, hey, you know what? I've been gone for
6 weeks.
For 6 weeks. Like, I really want to play Tribute. You know what my answer to be? No.
Well, I was going to bring that up, which is what if the card, like, so you've earned your, I haven't played a game for 6 weeks.
Yeah, sure.
Let's say, or whatever the card is, you've earned it. Like you've just like, I just completed something really massive in my life. I want to celebrate by having a game. Let's say something like that. But if the card that they pull is like, I want to play the game that I play every single week or like all the time, do you let them have their card?
Like I'm like,
it's like, but you always get to play this game.
So I'm going to tell you, I give people my playbook. My playbook is ultimately like, oh, if you're asking me, I'm going to give you an answer. And like, I may or may not give you consideration depending on how well you inform me of your consideration. So if the answer is like, oh, if the question is like, oh, I haven't played, I've been on vacation for a month. I haven't gotten to play, games. I want to play this game that I don't really care about. My response, like, I acknowledge that you've been gone. I see all this stuff. No.
Card denied.
That's right. Like, and if they just asked, like, hey, I really want to play this game, it would be if they used the forthright, it would have a better chance.
Right. Now, question: What is the worst card that gets played against you? Every time it gets played against you, you go, what's your least favorite card to be subjected to? I know mine.
Oh, you go first. Try
to guess what my least favorite card is. It gets used by lots of people all the time.
I don't know.
Because lots of people have this card. I don't have this card, and I'll never have this card.
You're really building the suspense. I don't know.
The kid card, the children card. In life.
Because it's pet.
Oh, actually, the pet one is I think pet card is the worst. But the children card, what I hate about it is it's like
you picked it,
but it's like I can never say no to the kid card. It's not fair to the parents. Parents go through so much shit that like when they pull the kid card, I'm like, damn it, I can't. It's the kid card always wins. It always wins. You know, it's either like. I had to bring my kids to soccer. So this or that. It's like, oh, the kid card. Especially when you don't have kids. So like, you'd be the biggest asshole in the world to be like, sorry.
I don't the way I nullify any card is I just call it out. I go like, oh, so you're playing the kid card to me. Is that what you want to do? Which is fine. I'll capitulate as long as you want to play. Just play the kid
Open
card.
about the kid card.
And if they go, no, not that. Okay, well then we'll talk about something else next. I don't want to play this game.
Kid card. I hate the kid card mainly because I generally just don't like kids. But also so then it's like in my way it's kind of like, oh, the kids are ruining something again.
But the children are our future.
They are,
and you have to teach them well so they can lead the way.
We do need to. We actually have learned that lesson the hard way recently.
That's right.
But obviously, kids are wonderful, and obviously, having a family is wonderful and a wonderful thing. But damn it. Like I'm not having kids for reasons. That way I can have my leisure time. So when kids get in the way of my leisure time, I am so mad. I am so mad.
It's rough. It's
because there's nothing you can't. If someone says like, I can't do this because of I can't game because I've got to bring the kids somewhere, or there's like a school play, or there's a this or that. What are you gonna say? Oh,
Uno reverse.
What are you gonna say? Don't spend time with your kids, teaching them well and let them lead the way.
You go like, oh, my.
It's just such a.
Well,
good
you don't
card.
have this. Well, my kids are, they were terrible today, and I had to play. Maybe we should play this instead, if you don't mind.
Well, that's the thing. So I don't have kids, so I just don't have a beautiful card. Like a kid card can be used literally all the time.
No.
I mean, I don't want it to be used ever.
Like first of all, like I'm a person who is very, I'm okay playing anti any of these cards. Like I go like, I don't want to do that. Like I choose not to because I don't normally care about the games we play. But in truth, like,
yeah,
I believe that people should just say what they want and let people evaluate. Like, so if someone goes like, oh man, my kids, like, they pooped on the car and now my car smells like poop, and my response is like, did you clean it? Because I don't want you to be sitting here.
So you don't have like a nemesis card, one that when it gets pulled on you're like, and it could be like you're annoyed because of either the card, you're annoyed because of the efficacy of the card, balls of the card.
There is no card that I will capitulate to if I feel I'm being manipulated. It's my control issues.
Oh, okay.
Like I go like, oh well, then
What about the race card?
Well, like I'm Asian.
Like, I will not.
like I do a great one. Like oh, I'm Asian, so
I also don't have the race card. I have the gay card though.
Yeah, there you go. Like try and manipulate me with it, and then you'll see it. Like,
Paul, I would like to play Concordia because I'm gay. Because I'm gay, I think we should play some 18xx games. I'm just saying it right now. If you don't want to play them with me, I think it means that you're a homophobe.
And I go like, so then I would say, Ben, are you pulling the gay card?
And I would say yes.
And I go,
yes, I am.
Great. Gay denied.
Another card I have failed at.
No, I mean, it's all a matter of your group, right? Because like the trick is to use these cards without not being invited back. Because
in an ideal world, you never have to use any cards.
Well, I mean, like in the ideal world, you're always using these cards. That's why I say like because you're honest with what you feel, and but you're okay with the no.
Yeah,
I think what happens is like people get so freaking thirsty about like I need to play this game, and they covet it in their house.
It's for people like me. The people who buy the games are the ones who most likely who need to play that card because They have the guilt of having bought a game and watching it sit there, and then they've read the rules and now they really want to play it and they're excited to. And you build up a whole thing in your head. So now it's like, oh, and wait, I go to game night and I can't play this game. Here comes the card. I'm reaching into my pocket.
But you should be coming into game night with card in hand, going like, "Hey,
new game card, new game and gay card combined,
and I'm gay.
New game and I'm gay."
You're like, Uno.
The gay card has more strength in June. That is Gay Pride Month for the time being.
For the time being, that's right.
But okay, well, we'll work on our cards. But you have to go.
Oh, I have to go.
You're pulling the I've got another obligation card.
Right.
To get
we
out
can
of.
keep on talking, and all of a sudden there'll be crickets on my.
Yeah, it'll be the silence card. But yeah, I think we got to the bottom of cards.
Yeah. I think these are good cards. There are probably more cards. If anyone wants to tell us about their cards that they like to use, I would love to hear about it.
Oh yeah, write about them in the comments section of our video.
After you subscribe,
and please do subscribe. Like I always made fun of people doing videos, being like and subscribe, but now I'm like, oh, I see the value in like and subscribe.
You still have the opportunity to be top 10 first subscribers.
You could be at the top of our MLM pyramid.
That's right. There we go.
Even though we have no MLM, it's just a pyramid. You could be at the top of the pyramid, and that's
right.
great.
The subscribe pyramid.
Better be at the top than the bottom. Am I right?
100%.
Table scraps.
Table scraps, baby.